Hello families, my name is Jessica Potts and I'm the Curriculum Coordinator at Davidson Academy Online and Davidson Explore. I'd like to share some information with you from an article I wrote with my husband for Gifted Child Today back in 2017. We here at Davidson Explore believe that our online program is amazing and we're always excited to invite new students into the Davidson family. However, parents should first take the time to comprehensively evaluate whether an online program is actually a good fit for their child. Online learning is a big commitment, oftentimes a bigger commitment than families realize, and there are a few questions that families can ask as they consider whether our brand of online learning is a good fit. You'll notice that while some questions are academic, most deal with social emotional readiness. So let's take a look. Does the student have the time in his or her schedule to devote to an online class? And is my family able to give my child the support that they need to be successful in an online learning environment? High-quality online classes are time-consuming. Between reading the course materials, engaging in asynchronous and synchronous components, online classes require about 5 to 7 hours per week as a time commitment. Having family support is one of the most important factors in preventing students from dropping out of online classes. So you should seriously evaluate the kind of time that you and your students have to devote to an online class. Does my student possess basic computer and internet navigation skills? Research has suggested that computer competency has significant effect on learning outcomes, student satisfaction, and goal achievement in online classes, and learners' attitudes about technology have been found to influence their perceptions of course effectiveness and usability. Additionally, developing computer skills can be time-consuming, and if students do not enter a course with a minimal degree of readiness, frustration and delay are possible. So it's crucial that you and your student can find your way around a computer. Does my student have the patience, flexibility, and adaptability necessary to deal with unforeseeable frustrations? While gifted students sometimes need adult scaffolding when tackling new situations, students who are interested in online learning should be able to push through minor difficulties and frustrations. So take some time to evaluate whether your student is ready to tackle some of the challenges that come from working independently in an online setting. Does my student have the ability to communicate frequently and effectively with both the instructor and classmates? Being able to effectively communicate via writing alone when there's a question or a problem is an important skill that can be difficult for young and newly independent students. Additionally, both students and parents must realize that unlike much of the texting and social media world, online instructors are not typically available around the clock and may take some time to respond. Being willing to both write messages and wait for responses is crucial. Does my student have the ability to work independently? In general, online learning requires students to be more self-directed and internally motivated than in live classrooms. Families must remember that students are not born independent learners, and younger, less experienced students will undoubtedly need support from adults as they transition into online learning. How distractible is my student? The internet is a very alluring place, and the presence of technology in synchronous live sessions may be equally distracting. Parents should honestly assess their children's ability to stay on task before enrolling them in online classes. If students prove too distractible, it may be worthwhile to wait a couple of years. Is my student ready to maturely engage with others in an online environment? Communication in the asynchronous spaces of a virtual classroom must be as mature and respectful as in live sessions, if not more so, seeing how written communication online is highly public and can live forever. Additionally, even though the internet feels like a very informal place, the virtual classroom maintains the same behavioral expectations as a brick-and-mortar classroom. If your student is ready to live up to those expectations, they might be ready for online learning. Is my child intellectually curious and interested in online learning? If students have no desire to take an online class, it's unlikely to go well. Students may neglect to log on, may refuse to engage with their peers, or may be more of a distraction than a fellow participant to their more interested classmates. Assessing whether your student is actually interested in online classes might be the first question that you should ask. Families who are interested in online learning must treat these questions as serious points of conversation and reflection. Saying yes to an online class in theory is quite easy, but it represents a lot of time, effort, maturity, support, and skill development. If you have further questions about whether your child is ready for online learning, please don't hesitate to email at online@davidsongifted.org. Thank you.